Hi there and welcome to Apple World. Central Cee and rapper Ice Spice. It currently shows up as however Central Cee has quite recently affirmed he's dating Ice Spice following the show, including his now ex Madeline Argy, and things are starting to warm up prior to cutting off their friendship in September 2023. Madeline Argy began dating English rapper Central Cee in 2022. Yet in June, photos of the couple traveling in Nigeria gave fans the feeling that their relationship had returned, that however was all suddenly finished toward the beginning of July when Central Cee was found in London shopping with individual rapper Ice Spice, which raised reports that the two had begun dating. So you've known about the circle of drama between Central Cee, Ice Spice and Mads, right? And you likewise realize that it's phony, right? I am 95% certain of this, and regardless of whether I have my certification in advertising that I do, I'm almost certain I can persuade you toward the end of it that yes, this is each of the exposure tricks, and it's all PR, assuming you stand by listening to the scrap that I zest is advancing it in a real sense. Says, assuming he's conning, I'm doing it more terrible, no. I concealed the opposite. Under the umbrella of that setting of tricking, I believe you should follow with me all that has occurred from that point forward, everything being equal. This initially began when Central Cee was seen with Ice Spice shopping someplace out in London, right? And from that point forward, it resembles developed. We've seen Ice Spice snapping a photo in Cee's jersey, and we've seen a picture of the two of them in his Lambo and his vehicle, and afterward. Central Cee remarked on one of Ice's posts on IG saying inconvenience, and afterward distraught screenshotted that and posted that on her IG story, and afterward later erased everything of that structure up this kind of account undermined. I've not seen anybody notice the verses that Ice Spice has been advancing for this new tune. It in a real sense says if he's conning, I'm doing when the two delivered the tune did it first, and its steamy music video on July 12th, everything just got more blazing in it. The two of them rap about undermining their separate accomplices. The web rapidly made the association and contemplated whether Central Cee was rapping about undermining Madeline around the same time hypothesis. Sis arrived at a limit when Madeline utilized a 5-section video series on TikTok to offer her adaptation of Occasions, which turned very chaotic rapidly. In the first episode of the series, Madeline guaranteed that she knew nothing about Central Cee and Ice Spice Corporation, and that she had seen the music video when it was delivered as every other person. I didn't realize that any of this was planned to happen. She made sense and allowed me to take you for several months. I'm rested up in bed and Central Cee comes to me. And he's like, I have another tune to show you. And I'm similar to yes. Serenade me. And afterward he plays me his refrain. I'm like, besides the fact that you just squealed on yourself that you're cheating, yet you just told me precisely the way in which the stanza being referred to is as per the following. In the event that you haven't paid attention to the tune I'm specific with, who I get with goal on my telephone. Attempting to see who I dozed with. She researching analyst fortunate for me. I erased the message from the start. It was me, and a terrible, yet I told her it was me and my brethren. She proceeded by the bygar, and teeing that Central Cee had illuminated her that the verses were a manufacture, and that the whole thing was a modern exposure trick. A record of which she had from the beginning concurred. It didn't stop there. However, sometime later, he lets me know he needs to recruit a force to be reckoned with, to do one of those lip-syncing recordings to one of his more established tunes. So I'm similar to approved checks out. She proceeded with, it didn't let me know he was sending her his individual vehicle to begin a dating talk with her. I was with you folks need somewhere down in that remark segment, attempting to figure out what was happening. We were still attached, she then, at that point, added, so I call my group and they're similar to Madeline. He just began a dating gossip with one more young lady. Aren't you expected to be going to Nigeria with him in 2 days? And this is the point at which it clicks. This is an innovation. I have recently entered this man's advertising plan, so I say I'll in any case come to Nigeria in view of the one condition that none of the expert photographs that are taken of us get posted on the grounds that I've simply acknowledged what's going on. She expressed, adding, stunner the photos get out. She then at that point ended up at ground zero to the first joint effort. Expressing, I then recollect that he likewise gave me a delivery date for the melody, and I'm understanding that it's just similar to a month and a piece away, and that I'm knees somewhere down in this person's plot. Thus, she said I would have rather not been seen with him as far as might be feasible before this melody drops, since I need to be as distant from that discussion as humanly conceivable, alluding to the bits of gossip about duping that will unavoidably surface from the track yesterday maligned. Argy worked up some more show when she posted an Instagram picture with what seemed by all accounts to be the lady's rendition of Central Cee, and fans left various posts like needed to actually look at. My eyes 2 times to acknowledge it, ain't him damn, I was really worried for the initial 3 seconds, young lady, I nearly passed on. Don't play like that for those of you that might not have seen any of mine's recordings with respect to Central Cee. What's more, Ice Spice here's one of them for setting, I'm this near calling the police cuz that is a danger. He has had no immediate admittance to me. Since that FCAL, I'm feeling that this discussion will be our affection, our relationship, so explain to me, what? 10 hours after the fact he's posted up with a patty, folks envision you saying a final farewell to your sweetheart one evening. And the following day he is posted up with Ice Spice in Chrome Heart. I didn't actually really get to say a final farewell to him, and he's now with the following young lady he gave me not even like 12 hours notice before he was being shot in Chrome Hearts. With her, the departure from America is 12 hours. She was at that point on the plane B face to face. What did he get you from Chrome Heart in light of the fact that all I at any point got was a tank to meet? So once more I am in the remark segment with you, all such as a bop. This is 4 days until my birthday when I saw him in her remark area like that. I changed so terrible I was going to put this screen capture on my story. I thought rapper Sweetheart was essentially sufficiently chivalrous to allow me to have my birthday week and afterward. I see them at the club on the 6th of July, my birthday on the 7th. You folks recollect when he made me pay for my own birthday ticket into the zoo. Essentially, I awakened to something better this year. For that reason, my companions needed to hand up to my home over gorilla suits. It's the day of my birthday since I had recently awakened to a video of, with a Major Goodsby in the club. He in a real sense needed to drag me out of my house. This man has since messaged me, called my mother, attempted to follow my companions on Instagram. You get the essence, so it wasn't so. A very remarkable shock when I get a call from his group, and it's a young lady on the finish of the telephone saying, as a matter of some importance, I'm a young lady's young lady, hack 2 times on the off chance that he is keeping you prisoner. In any case, I want you to put down the telephone. So his group is calling me, attempting to persuade me to have a discussion with him, and they're attempting to let me know like he had zero power over this, and I'm attempting to convey the idea it doesn't make any difference on the off chance that he had control or not. Why the was I told 12 hours before it happened? It's crazy, as Madeline Argy delivered 6 TikToks with respect to the show, and they amount to more 200 million perspectives, which shows how much fans are put resources into this dramatization, and is the reason the melody is performing so well. As to remain in tune with the show, you need to pay attention to their melody to comprehend the setting. Such shrewd advertising, which is the reason Madeline could undoubtedly be involved in this entire promoting plan too. Before we go any further into the video, what are your folks' contemplations on this whole circumstance? Is it looking likely that Cee and Ice Spice are as a matter of fact dating? Or is it every one of the a promoting ploy for their melody remark down underneath? On the off chance that you're considering the way in which Ice Spice and Central Cee fit into this entire thing. They haven't answered me line, however they did. Anyway, share a phase at the London remote celebration when they perform Framed. Interestingly, when Ice Spice posted a new photograph dump of the two on Instagram, a few fans communicated this delight in the remark segment with posts like taking somebody man. Isn't it so damn humiliating? This is only straight up rude to Madeline. Obviously, she's not a young lady. Just the Madeline side of the story has gathered hundreds of millions of views in a single day. Also, the huge number of perspectives that Ice Spice and Central Cee TikToks have gotten from the music video is now on 5.6 million perspectives in only a couple days, which demonstrates how famous it is, and fans have left a ton of blended sentiments in the remark segment with posts like they truly destroyed a relationship. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.